Okay. So you heard the first reason for why we run, not why we run, but why we run the ultra distance.
Yes.
The 100k and the 100 miles. Because we want to empathize with the animal suffering, and because we want to make ourselves and the people surrounding us aware of the crime that humanity does.
Number two is relating to our everyday lives.
Exactly.
And I would say that every day human beings face challenges. And those challenges, some of them are voluntary challenges, such as
Self-afflicted ones?
Self-afflicted ones, exactly. Such as you go through school and you have to go through school. Sometimes it takes a lot of perseverance and pain. You need to learn, memorize, or giving birth to a child.
Exactly. You don't have to become pregnant if you don't want. You don't have to go for a bachelor or a master degree.
But we choose to do it.
Exactly.
So,
and that choice comes with suffering. So the self-chosen suffering. And we recognize that we ourselves have an ambivalent relation to that suffering. We like to kind of run away from the suffering. We want to get a bachelor degree or a master degree, or we want to get a child, we want to become pregnant, but only if we could avoid the suffering.
Yes, but it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. And you know, the truth is, like a good friend of mine, Klaus Popper, said, life does not give itself without suffering.
Yes. In fact, you can really enjoy any element of your life if it comes to you through some sort of pain and suffering.
Exactly. Just think, for example, about sleeping. So, well, you can go to bed at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, whatever time, and sleep, and it will be a nice experience. But imagine you have worked hard throughout the entire day and you're dead. And then you go to bed, take a shower, go to bed. Then sleeping is like of such pleasure that you cannot even compare it to being lazy all day long and then going to bed. Or let's say you work hard for an examination. You learn and cram stuff in your mind, and you try to read and finish that paper and prepare for that exam. And then you take the exam, and then you get your B or A. This is the experience of celebration, of joy, of goodness. But imagine you haven't done anything for your examination, and you were just lucky and got an A or B. It's not triggering that deep sense of joy
and satisfaction. Yeah,
because you didn't undergo a process of suffering.
So that is the second reason why we actually run 100k and 100 miles.
Exactly. Because after the suffering comes beauty. And that's something we have experienced several times. That, you almost want to give up. You're finished. You're not able to take any breath anymore. Your muscles are sore. Your legs feel like bricks. You want to stop. You want to stop like you once said. Yeah. You just want to run in front of a truck.
Yeah, you want to jump in front of a truck because it just passes.
Exactly, not because you want to kill yourself, but because then it's over.
The end of suffering.
The end of suffering. But then when you push through, and that's just an amazing truth, and that's the truth we want to share with you. If you push through the pain and through the suffering, there are new sources of energy, new sources of happiness, new sources of freedom and peace that open themselves up to you. So our run wants to celebrate also the gifts of suffering. We want to invite you. Choose your suffering and don't give it up. Don't try to compromise it. Embrace it. Receive it.
For the sake of joy that awaits you. And in fact, it's a very even philosophically Christian experience. Yes. Because this is what we find in this first hymn of Christianity, that Jesus, for the sake of this joy that was ahead of him, made himself of no reputation, suffered through the cross because he believed in this joy
Yes.
that is ahead of him. Because every cloud has a silver lining.
And at the end of every tunnel, there's light.
Light.